Okay, when we last left off, uh, you guys decided to visit a new shrine. You used your various skills and abilities to make your way through Moa's shrine and finally acquired Moa's cube. Eventually, you headed to what appeared to be the palace, or the inner city, perhaps, um, and discovered some sort of secret entrance that led what appeared to be a deep, dark cave. Not really wanting to go much further into it, you decided to pop yourselves back out, wander around, and discovered a party of kobolds at what appeared to be the entrance of the main palace. Uh, after after basically using invisible deception, you managed to, well, scare the kobolds off and unlock the gate for yourselves. Basically determined to get whatever might be inside and past those gates for your own self instead of letting the kobolds have any of it. And that's where we left off. You entering the palace, and time for the description. A wide passage slopes down to a set of bronze doors. Coiled serpents decorate the metal with a sliding hatch at the head height. 4-inch wide holes pierce the base of each door. What do you wish to do?
Maybe we should send in a scout first to see if there's anything immediate.
Sounds like a job for Run.
Run kind of looks up. He gives a little bit of a sigh. well, if I must, I guess.
Though it looks like it, I guess he doesn't like it unless it's his idea.
Wow. Hey, Duvit. Alrighty, so Run will cautiously approach the doors, checking for, keeping an eye out for traps.
Roll perception or investigation. Alright, you don't see anything that appears to be a trap.
Okay. Yeah, will. And then he will check the door for traps, see if it's locked.
You don't see any traps or a visible lock on this main gate either.
Alrighty. Any magical locks or traps?
Not that you can see either with that perception check.
What's that?
I said, not that you can tell either given that same perception check. Instead of making you, like, re-roll a bunch of times. You rolled high.
Alright. So he just opens the door.
From what you can tell, this door most likely opens from the other side. Now, there are tiny little holes at the bottom that look like they could fit a mouse or maybe a snake. Mist form, any of those?
He kind of stretches the back of his head and... Now, who is it that is our druid?
I think it was Nye.
Yeah. And I'm going to play it off as Nye at the moment just has... The Nye's character just at the moment just has a dazed look and is just keeping quiet to themselves without saying anything. I don't know what Nye would want to do in this case, and I don't want to potentially put them in the danger by having them do anything that might go, put them in danger.
And from that, we can infer that the door is dangerous.
No, you just can't tell what's on the other side. Potentially dangerous, and that's why I'm not involving a a player who's not here.
Again,
Well-
the door is dangerous.
You did say that there seems to be holes down at the bottom of the door.
Yes.
All right. Well, Floof, as he always is about his neck, in one form of or another, is in his closet true form, and I look to him, and he kind of gives a nod, and he turns into a mouse size. As if anyone was actually near Run, would notice that he too begins to have a dazed look.
I think I was close to Run.
As Floof enters into the hole.
All right.
The quasi go down the hole.
I think it's catching. Maybe we should treat them.
All right. So, Floof emerges on the other side and immediately sees around him that directly behind this door are 3 gates, 3 grates in the floor, each of which leads into a pit containing venomous snakes. There's also a great deal of blood on the floor in front of you, and you see mostly at this point decaying bodies. They've been here a while, but torn down bodies of what looks like snake people, kind of like littering this corridor in front of you. It looks like had they been alive, that they would have been able to open the gate via some chains on the other side of the store.
And I will relay this information. David, and V, perhaps the two of you could see what you could do about opening up this door.
Can I see any hinges from the side we're on?
No.
Well, there goes that idea.
From what Floof can see from the other side, is that the doors slide into the walls if the chain on the side that Floof is currently on is pulled. Thus, no hinges.
So pushing the door is not going to do any good.
What about ramming it?
Well, when ramming is just a harder push.
True.
If it goes into the wall, it's going to open sideways.
Fair point.
What's V doing?
Who?
V? VV?
Oh, but yeah, it's Vivi, not V.
Oh yeah, Vivi.
Vivi's just kind of just looking at the door the same as everyone else. Like, yeah, my suggestion was gonna try and push it open as well too, but Dovin already did.
Can Fliv determine which way into the wall the door opens?
As I said, it pulls into either side of the wall. There's gaps in between that this door fits directly into, and that they would just slide apart, like a Star Trek door.
So can
Not
we
Like a
push
sliding
it
Not a
one way or
hinge.
the other? Like push it side to side one way or on, like
So
any
one
way to
side.
do that?
It
So
seems like
it's
the mechanism for that's on the other side of the door. That's where the chains come in. So it's unclear if you can get your
Oh.
finger holds into this side at all in order to do that.
Gotcha. Okay, that
Uh,
makes sense now. So, can
Crap,
we
crap,
is
crap, crap, crap. I think I just did something by accident. Hold on.
uh-oh.
with the little hole that Floof went through. Would Dovett be able to fit his fingers in there to try and?
Hold on a second, guys. I fucked up the map. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. I think all is well now. Okay, now what were you saying?
So are these holes that Floof went through? Are they on the actual sliding doors themselves, or are they on the wall?
They are underneath.
Underneath.
Would Dovett be able to fit his fingers in there to try and attempt a strength check to pull one of the doors?
You could certainly try.
Vivi,
All right.
Vivi will help him out with that.
All right, guys, don't fail me now.
Come on, we need a nat 20.
All right, character sheet. It is a dirty 20.
You try, but your finger is starting to give way faster than the door is going to open that way. It's kind of like I developed friction burns on my fingers the other day when I was trying to open a sealed thing of a twisty turn sealed thing of syrup that apparently the syrup had dried on the inside and hardened. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just locked, and I ended up with major friction burns on on 2 fingers.
Please tell me it was the old-fashioned maple syrup jars.
Yeah, and even hours later, I thought maybe
yes.
it was cold and that was the cause of it, and it still wouldn't open. So I eventually had to toss it because there was no way to open it. It was dead, basically.
Oh.
But my stupid fingers, I didn't realize how badly that friction burn would happen. So basically, you're threatening to lose some scales on those fingers if you keep trying.
See, that's why you need a mechanic around. Because they would have the right tool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
Dovett calls to Michael. Michael, do you have anything that you might be able to use?
See, I have tinkerer's tools.
I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, I don't either. Thieves'
Oh.
tools? Maybe. Smith's tools? How did I get Smith's tools? I guess it's because I'm battlesmith. Artificer. Don't think those would work either.
Vivi,
I mean,
given your observations, what are your thoughts?
well, let's see. The doors are supposed to slide. The mechanisms appear to be on the other side of the door. Is there enough of an opening to be able to see what's on the other side?
No, it's too low to the ground. The openings are at the ground level, and nobody has eyes that are flat enough to do that.
Okay. Because I was gonna say
What exactly are you trying to see?
Well, I can use Thunderstep, which will let me teleport. But I have to be able to see it within range.
Can you put down the text again?
Sure. Let me see if I can get it to work without making it roll. There you go.
Yeah, sadly you can't actually see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, is there enough of a crack to be able to see what's on the other side?
No, sorry. It's like flush to the ground, so whatever you can see is just the floor directly underneath the door itself. You can't see beyond that into the next room.
Gotcha. So yeah, that wouldn't work. I'd just teleport myself into the under the door. That would be painful.
Oh,
That'd probably be
man.
deadly.
Yeah, exactly.
If
How
only I had
far-
Misty Step.
Yeah,
How far
Misty
apart are
Step
these?
maybe.
How far apart are these holes on the door?
There's probably like a one on each side of the door. Like there'd be like one over here and then one over here. Oops.
I want to try something.
So that's like what, 15 feet apart.
Would the holes be large enough for Dovit to put his javelins in?
Actually, yeah, I think they would. They would be just large enough for that.
So what if I tried putting my javelins in there and kind of using it as like some kind of a leverage to try
All right.
and
Give me a strength roll. You're using a fulcrum. Let's see.
Yep.
that is a 19 plus 5, 24.
You think you hear some creaking, but you don't have. You have just not quite enough force to do that.
Oh, shoot. I just remembered something. While everyone is monkeying with the door, a floof, and he kind of reappears. Uh, should we blink in? And you see Quasit kind of tilts his head and kind of questioning, and he raises a finger with a thought dawning on him as he transforms into a blink dog.
Before you decide to blink away, I'm going to pull my javelins out of the door to keep the doors from being stuck when you eventually get.
Not a bad idea. Now, here's an idea. If you're gonna blink in there, you can take 2 people in your ring, right?
I believe that Grizz had ruled myself and one other person.
Correct.
Okay. So, could we send one of our stronger fellow party members with you so that they could help on the other side of the door?
Well, here's the question. Okay, how long has it been, game wise, since we've been at the standalone temple? Have we had a long rest since then?
Since the temple, no, you have not had a long rest since then. You had a long rest like 2 hours ago at most, maybe 3. Maybe at most 3 hours ago. So, it's like you don't even have time for a long rest right now. It's like you could do a short rest, maybe, but not a long rest.
Well, gotta have a long rest in order to gain the bottle of spike back.
Shoot. Well,
This won't take long. And Run will mount Floof like a horse,
And blink across.
blink across.
All right.
good.
So you now see up close the rotting and decaying bodies of the serpent people. And you can see down there in the pits writhing serpents that look like they're pretty hungry, but the sides of the pits are so smooth they can't climb up. But maybe occasionally a rat falls down there.
Well, good thing I am not a rat. And he goes to work on the mechanism to open the door.
All right. Clink, 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 clink. Clink, 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 clink. Dynamic lighting. There you go. Doors
So we're still on
are
the
open.
outside of the temple, though, right?
It's not a This is not a temple.
Oh, okay.
This is a
It's a
palace.
palace.
You've
Palace.
entered
Palace. Okay, because I still just see the map.
Oh. Oh, no wonder. Duh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought
That's all right.
I thought I had you guys set up on this map. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's why I was like, I'm not sure what exactly we're supposed to be looking at.
We were left behind.
Alright, so
Yep,
here are
we
the
were.
grates full of snakes. Here are you can see where the bloodstains are. There are just corpses. There are rotting corpses of snake people littering this hallway.
All right. So, do I need to roll anything or?
Roll what? You've already opened it.
Oh, okay.
That's what these were over here.
Well, considering that I'm just now seeing the map, I didn't know.
Sorry. I thought you heard me say you zoomed across and we're now looking at the bodies.
Yeah. You didn't say anything about the door being opened yet.
Oh, I thought you heard me say it. Go to ting 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 ting. And I moved away the dynamic lighting, but since you weren't looking at the map, that would have been harder to say.
You may want to keep, stay away from the pits. The snakes are a little hungry.
Yeah. Just, made it across, so I think we're good. let's avoid the snakes.
Alrighty. So, which way should we go?
Vivi looks to the side. I think there's a room over there, but should we keep going forward, or do you all wish to go over there?
Run looks to the group, waiting for an answer.
Dovit looks at us. I will trust everyone's instincts.
Does it seem like this room is a side room off the main throughway, or something that might pose of interest to us?
I don't know. I just said that there seems to be a room over there.
Well, that's kind of a dumb question to be asking a gnome. Of course it's going to be of curiosity.
Should we check the corridor to our, what would that be, our right? Before going into the main area?
That is the question we're trying to answer.
Like, over this way? Because I feel like this way is the main area, but there might be something over here that we might want to...
Yeah, that's what we're trying to
Yeah,
figure
that's
out.
what.
Should
Yeah,
we
that's
go-
what Vivi's asking.
Or in the impression of the abominable snowman from Bugs Bunny. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
I vote we go right, just to examine that area first before we go any further.
That particular subset in the cartoon sadly stopped being funny to me after I read of Rice and Men.
I'm not following.
The
Sorry, bad commentary. It's just that it just brings back sad memories of reading that story.
I do apologize.
No,
I have-
no, none meant is it's my problem. Didn't mean to stop the flow here.
The impression was of one of the characters from the Mice of Men.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay.
Gotcha.
if you like, I could always check the hallways for any sort of endangerment.
If you wish, then.
All right, so Run will begin the investigation for traps. As he moves through the hallways. Have I lost connection? Nope.
Nope. I
Can you
think
hear
we're all
me?
here.
We
Oh,
can
Okay, now.
now we can hear you.
All right. So far, nothing. No traps.
Yay.
All right. Just out of curiosity, what's this thing?
All right.
Oh no.
Ready for the description. A blood-stained altar stands in the middle of this room. It has shackles bolted to its top and niches carved into its sides. Housed in each niche is a human skull. Grooves run down the altar to gutters on the floor, allowing spilled blood to drain away into the walls. There are clay urns that are filled with decaying gore and stained with blood and bones, also containing bones. Nothing's fresh here. The blood is all coagulated, dried. Nothing has refreshed these blood sacrifices in a while.
Well, someone's had a bloody good time.
Yeah.
You can say that again. One's
So,
there
have
and
you
one's saying
found
this.
something?
And I relay what I found to everyone.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, is this a plaque or anything that we need to look
That's
at
a
before we
door.
go to? Okay. Okay. Just making sure, because I know sometimes in the past we've walked past stuff and it turned out to be important information that we kind of
Yeah,
missed.
in this particular dungeon, anytime you see one of these are doors.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Sorry.
No worries.
Well, if that's the case, Run would have probably tried to open the door.
All right. Let me go back here.
Lottie dottie, everybody.
All right. The door opens. Let's see. Dynamic lighting. A light haze of incense lingers inside this chamber. Faded murals decorate the walls, and throw rugs and cushions lie scattered on the floor. An engraved chest rests in one corner next to a stone urn covered with a snake carving.
Hmm.
All right. Run will have his magic eyes going.
Uh. No. Nothing outwardly magical that you can see in this room.
Giggity. He
Wait.
enters the room. Yeah? Run turns back. Yes?
Anything worthwhile?
I do see a chest.
Ooh.
Have you checked the chests for a trap?
He turns to his gnomish companion. I have yet to enter the room.
Oh, well then, do we want to send a bodyguard in just in case you've missed something?
He shrugs. I usually don't need one, but we could. How about, yeah, I say we send one of your, guards in to, jiggle the lock on it.
Uh, well, it's kind of a tight space right now.
Here, I'll move over this way.
Run would probably be standing on top of this, or standing on the ceiling.
Then I will instruct one of the guards in half plate to move up to the door.
Alrighty, and Run will go in and check the chest.
All right. The chest is.
1 second.
What's that?
Chest is locked.
No, I was asking,
I technically need to be able to see, so if I peek around the door frame and, hey, you, go open that chest.
All right. The chest is locked.
Hmm.
alright. Run will check for any traps on the.
Alright.
Uh,
Sorry. No trap on the chest.
alright. Well, with that then, he will pick the lock.
Click, click, click. Feel like you almost got it, but not quite.
He kind of scratches the back of his head. And he'll just point at the lock and cast Eldritch Blast.
All right. Damage you do. And wait a second. Let me see the text for Eldritch Blast. There are certain spells that can only affect a creature.
Is this Run doing a mimic check?
Oh, if this was him doing a mimic check, he's already fed chest.
Yeah, it specifies creature. So sadly, this does not specify as a creature.
That would be the mimic.
Won't be a
The Eldritch Blast fails to find a target.
Uh-oh.
Can I make one more attempt at picking the lock?
Sure. Alright. This time, you actually get it unlocked. Looking inside, you discover 200 gold pieces, a black leather quiver embroidered with quartz-studded star, a ceremonial dagger in a gold scabbard embossed with a scene of stampeding jungle animals. I think I can actually get a written description of this for you.
Sweet. So you said it's a quiver?
Yeah, hold on.
Kind of hoping it's one of them quivers that will multiply an arrow.
Anything else you wish to do in this room?
Anything else of note?
There are murals on the walls, throw rugs, cushions, and a 4-foot tall stone urn covered in snake carvings.
Okay, you said there's no magic.
No magic that you can see in this room now.
Okay, and not even the quiver.
Not even the quiver.
Okay, so just an ordinary quiver.
Correct.
Run just shrugs and starts stuffing everything into his bag. From the chest, that is.
I suppose you found nothing of essence, just knickknacks to be headed out after.
Run kind of shrugs. Got a quiver if anyone wants it.
Was the quiver full of ammunition, perchance?
Nope.
No, it's BYOA.
Joy.
All right, so
Well then, back to our explorations, I believe.
you
Miss Vivi,
said
do you see anything else in that room out over there?
No? Everyone's still there?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, anything?
Run?
What's that?
You're being asked a question in character.
Oh, could you ask again? I was busy adding inventory. What was it?
Oh, hang on.
All right, are we all back? Hello, hello.
That works. Okay, no, the question was one I posed to Vivi in the other room.
I did not hear you.
I asked Miss Vivi if she sees anything else of interest in the room she's in.
No, really. There's didn't Run already tell us about this room?
I would have relayed what I saw, but
Yeah, about the bloody room, right?
yeah.
Yeah. other than what run described. Basically, we would probably relay back.
All right. Quick question, Grizz. I just want to make sure I got everything. 200 gold, a fan quiver, and a gold
Yep, I
dagger.
posted it all there.
Nice. Our map, very cool. So
Okay.
this is a door here, right?
Correct.
Okay. Hmm. I should probably check for traps before attempting to mess with it. Just to be safe.
Of
We don't
course.
need another acid pit incident.
Yeah, exactly. As much fun as that was recovering from that, yeah.
Yeah, you're only supposed to break the glass of emergency.
Exactly. So, investigation. So, does it look like a safe door to open?
Yep, you don't see anything wrong with
I will open it.
Vivi will follow behind you.
This looks like a fun room.
Steam is still rising from a stone basin filled with vicious purple liquid. There are bodies glittering this room as well. It looks like remains of serpentine creatures, with the upper head of and torso of a woman and the lower body of a snake. At least given the clothing, you can kind of see left behind, mostly female upper torso.
So there's not anything really worthwhile going in there for.
Yep.
Probably should still do an investigation check just in case. Just to see. You never know. I hate to be like, not worth it, and then find out there is something in there. So I'll do an investigation of the area.
Okay.
Kind of a little bit of a search in a way.
All right. That'd be your Is that your 17, or is that the roll for the door
Yeah.
again? Okay. You start.
No,
looking
that's for the area.
All right. So you start looking around this room, and you inspect the bodies briefly. You look around. You look for a few moments until you start feeling up between your eyes, and all of a sudden you have this flash of being eaten by a giant serpent. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Boy, darn it. I knew I shouldn't have gone in there. But I did it anyway.
Once again.
Okay, I'm good.
Right, yeah,
Hopefully.
you're good. You're looking at that pool wrong with it.
Oh, nothing wrong.
Yeah, I think it's time to get out of this room, so let's head back out.
Oh, what'd you find?
Okay then.
Nothing of value except lots of pain and yeah, not worth it.
Run
Of course. You
Run
find the
will-
treasure room and I find the room of possible doom and destruction.
Run will just look in for sheer curiosity's sake.
All right, Ron now has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I warned you.
As you see it swallowed by a giant serpent.
Well, you see, there is one thing about gnomes, though.
They get advantage on wisdom save. Oh, you rolled the 22s anyway. Anyone
That's
else feel like
hilarious.
tempting fate?
Don't
No.
do it. You just feel
What?
like you're gonna get eaten by a giant snake. Don't do it.
What
Nope.
what kind of magic is exuding from this pool?
The only thing
School of
I could
magic.
say for it is to call it divine magic. Like you would see in a holy font. I'm not sure how that what type of magic school that translates into, sadly.
Hmm.
And it's coming from the water itself.
It's not water, it's sludge.
Oh, okay. Run kind of
Touch the spooky sludge stuff. It's totally safe.
That's actually the thought that he has,
God.
as he wishes to take a sample of it using the alchemist.
Don't do it. Please don't.
For later study.
In that case, I'm getting away from the door. Good luck.
Okay, so
Okay. You take a sample, and as you hold the vial and peer into it, it clears into what appears to be water.
Run will look at the sludge again and then back at the vial and then he'll just put everything away and then follow everyone. Let's see. Vial of mystery water.
Is that what we're calling it? A vial of mystery water?
A vial of mystery water.
Apparently.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not sludge anymore, so
Maybe it's drinkable.
it might be.
Don't trick him with that. He'll do it.
At least it's not that. At least it's not that fucking beholder moss from the tomb.
Yes.
All
Oh
right,
gosh.
So, where to next?
Hmm.
Don't more doors here, are they? Oh, yeah, we got this thing here.
Oh, would these be like bars of some sort right here?
Yes. As you get close, you discover that this is some kind of portcullis. Hold on 1 second. There's an actual description of it. It is a bronze lever.
Right here?
I'm not muted,
Shall
am I?
we
Can you
go
hear
in?
me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I was just double checking.
You said
Bronze
you
lever
said
south of the gate.
yeah, like right here or
Yeah, there's a lever there.
he goes ahead and Yeah, she goes ahead and if it's however lifts it or pulls it down, whichever way activates it.
All right, clink, 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 clink. Lift the portcullis. There is an old stench that fills this room, but it like the incense hasn't been refreshed in some time. You see chains. You see pits that are partially flooded. You see little indications of blood and scratchings on the walls as if people had been held here for some time.
Oh my, how barbaric.
Yeah, this looks like it was used as some kind of cell with multiple chains, but it's all empty now. You don't even see any current bodies chained to any of these places either. Perhaps the prisoners here were rescued or killed before whatever happened here happened. There is something else. You know, disc.
There seems to be interest someone.
Well, what you got?
There's an engraving on the wall.
Run will go over and is
You immediately see conjuration magic.
So this is a magic item.
Ooh.
Engraved into the floor, yes.
All right. Gnome cunning. Do you know what this thing is?
In this case, Arcana will serve you best.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
So
What's your
it's not
Arcana at?
So it's not a magical item. It is
It's a magical item.
just a spell.
It's
then it
just
would be
it's embedded into the floor.
with the gnome cunning. It would, when it's a magical item, it would be history. But I'll roll the Arcana.
Yeah.
Didn't need any help from me with that.
You can tell from this that this is part of a closed teleportation system, most likely set in various areas of this temple or whatever whatever this place complex you're currently in. That basically you'd probably be moving between rooms if you stepped onto this and thought of a particular room that had another one of these circles. If you just stepped onto it, you'd probably find yourself in a random place within the closed
Cool.
network.
Run just gets a big grin across his face.
Run. What did you figure out that? Come on, share.
It is a teleportation. It is a teleportation disc, but only within the confines of the palace. But without a working knowledge of where the other teleportation pads might be, there would be no telling where we would end up if we step on it.
Interesting. Yeah, that wouldn't be that would be cool, but at the same time, if we don't know where we're going, we all could wind up in totally different random locations throughout the palace.
A map, my kingdom for a map.
Ah, but then map, didn't you? But it was a star map. Never mind.
Give me an intelligence check.
Who, me?
For run, I'm sorry, I should have specified.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah, nothing. No further information for me to give you.
Oh god.
Damn.
Ouch.
Where?
Hmm.
Wait. Okay, I'm trying to think. What did you mean by star map?
Oh, the map that you found in that other treasure room.
Ah,
Hmm.
I knew there was something I was forgetting, Grizz. Map question mark.
I
Okay.
heard you mention finding something like
It
that.
was on the side of the leather quiver. It's not actually a map. It's just basically a leather quiver showing star scenes,
Oh,
like
okay.
something you
Oh,
would use to
I
decorate a
misread
cape.
that.
well, in that case, map gone.
Darn. Although, black leather quiver embroidered with a quartz-studded star map. Is it
Well
like a
then, if there's
constellation?
nothing else in this room that we need to investigate, shall we continue on?
Sure. I guess it's on to the main area then.
Uh,
After you, please.
Run kind of looks a little downcast as he walks away from the pad.
Fred wants to try
I
out the
mean,
teleportation pad, doesn't he?
Run, I would just. Well, actually, as long as we get a good memory of this room, we could always come back to it, couldn't we?
Yep.
Run kind
Hmm.
of places a finger on the side of his nose and grins as he pulls out a quill and some parchment to begin a new map.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you two can stand around the smell that much.
Well,
Run's been
the
in,
smell hasn't been increased or refreshed in a while.
and besides, Run has been in some very awkward places where smell no longer matters.
Yeah,
Inside the belly of a
true. That
Do
is a
I
fair
hear a note of experience?
yes, couple of times actually.
point. Yeah.
Funny thing is, both of them a T-Rex of sorts.
Weren't you also swallowed by a frogmoth?
Mm, maybe early on in the campaign, possibly.
And you also lost your first character to a crocodile.
Yes.
Out.
Dang.
So yeah, got a little bit of experience. All right, I guess onwards and upwards to the main
So
area then.
not the teleporter then is what you're saying.
As much as Run wants to, he also knows that being flung to the far reaches of God knows where, and no tellings if they will be together or will be separate.
Only one of us would have a map. Although, well,
I mean, Run can go by himself, leave Floof with the group, and kind of do
That's
Uh,
right.
the spiritual walkie-talkie thing.
I didn't get to keep any of the stuff that we found on the dead wizard. Because I would have had a quill and ink and paper as well if I had gotten to keep that stuff. But I died, so I didn't get to keep any of that.
Yep.
Darn.
Unfortunate. And I didn't think to pick up any while we were in town either.
Oh my god. Oh, the no curiosity just wants me to run to it. Screw it. I am
do
doing a wisdom check.
I was about to say, you can always give you a wisdom check to see if you resist your desires. Nope, you don't.
And away we go.
Well,
As
good
you
luck,
guys are walking
Ron.
away, order.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
Run, no. Don't do it.
Well,
Roll
that was
1d4.
not unexpected.
Oh my gosh. Do I need to roll something
Can you hear me?
now?
Yeah, I've said it several times now. Roll 1d4. I think some of some of
1d4?
our microphones might not be working. Maybe Discord's having issues. Yes, please.
It could be
possible.
Discord. Oh no. Or maybe it's a good thing.
All right. I am taking Ren to a whisper room.
Oh boy. Bye, Run.
All right. This place actually looks familiar as soon as you look around into it. You think you've been here before in an alternate timeline. Shadows dance over this opulent bedchamber. Cushions lie in one corner. Decorative shield walls. Treasures are heaped around the gold and silver coins. A gilded harp, a jeweled wine flask, silk and fine wooden. An engraved stone disc is set into the floor standing on. To the west, a rectangular steel plate mounted on the wall is polished to a mirror-like sheen.
Okay, so this is where I was thinking of when I mentioned the in the previous timeline about the other cube we found.
Yeah, which is why I tried to get to jog your memory with the intelligence check to realize that you'd seen one of these discs in that room.
Okay, so Run is going to investigate the room. Just, because he does remember that there was once a cube here.
Alright. No cube can be found this time. But you do find wine, a money pouch with 75 gold, a nice looking cloak, a harp, silk cushions, a bunch of 30 gemstones, 150 platinum pieces, 350 gold, 900 silver, but this is all stuff scattered about the room, so this is going to take you some time to gather up, and a frogmoth statuette, painted wood with 3 amethyst gemstones for eyes. And while you are busy gathering, deciding what you're going to do with any of this, I'm going to check in with the rest of the party to see what they're doing.
Oh, I'm gathering in.
All right, guys.
Yay.
Did Run survive or did he die?
You have no idea. Michael and Vivi were witness to Run suddenly diving into the teleport circle and vanishing. The rest of you have no idea what's happened. You were just in the process of walking away. What are you all doing?
I'm not sure that was very wise.
Halfway tempted to see if I could figure out where he went, but I know it's more than likely going to just send me to a random destination, so not a good idea. Unfortunately. Hmm.
And
I'll just
don't
shrug.
know. But what do we do then?
Well, I wish I knew what to tell you on that because that's just kind of run for you. He just kind of gets himself into all sorts of craziness, and if we knew exactly where he was at, maybe we could possibly get to him. But yeah, I don't know on that part. I mean, maybe we could talk to him through Floof, but he would have to be connected to him to be able to for us to be able to communicate back and forth, though.
Well, there's only one test to do for this.
Send one of your bodyguards.
Sadly, that would only work for us to send and nothing else.
Oh, true, because they wouldn't be able to be in earshot of you to be able to hear commands.
Correct. But if we ask Floof if he can detect his bond person master, I'm not really sure the pair of them. We know that he's at least on this plane. And I would hope still in the city.
Right. He's still within the palace. It's just what level and where. So that's the question. And how many teleportation areas of teleport can it teleport you to? Oh,
You have no way of knowing.
indeed. Looks like somebody just rolled another 1d4.
What are you gonna do?
um Darn, I don't have a way to talk to Floof, do I? What language is it that Floof would talk?
Flip doesn't appear to be paying attention to you. So even if you talk to him, he might not answer back.
Rat. Okay then. I guess it's just over to the main room and hope that we can catch up to run at some point.
Okay then.
Because otherwise, we might be waiting here a while for him to return.
After you then.
Right?
David, what do you plan on doing?
David's kind of concerned about Ren at the moment. Like he's considering offering to see if he can't get a random teleport to see if he can't get to Ren's location, just in case he gets into some kind of trouble since Floof is not with him.
All right.
But he wants to consult with the rest of the team first.
What about you, Tasker?
Well, we did hear Runabak say that he thinks it might be a teleportation system for the castle itself, yes?
Yes. Yeah, that's what he did say.
We don't know how many destinations are a part of the teleportation system.
Precisely.
And for all we know, it could be set on random. So as each one
Yeah.
of us, if we're all willing, choose to step into this teleportation, we'll all be whisked away into a different location each. That will split us up even further than we already are.
Exactly. And I don't think that would be wise.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate for Run. I wish we could somehow get him back. But, I mean, we could all take turns jumping in that, just like Tasker said, and we'd all wind up maybe in the same location, but more than likely we'd just be in totally random locations away from each other.
And that would be most unwise as well.
Yes. I mean,
Does anybody have any long distance communication spell, perchance?
Dova just Grizz out of character. Is this the same palace that we were in before the time skip when the demigod guy brought
Yes.
us?
You're considering the bodies that you've seen around and considering what happened in that timeline, you're pretty sure this is the same palace.
David is trying to remember if he would have seen one of those plates before.
Give me an intelligence check.
All right. Because I don't remember using them before, but it's possible I could have seen it since we took turns standing guard.
What did your intelligence check say?
That's a nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, you think about, hey, the room you stayed in, it had one of those teleport things. It also had a lot of treasure. You're pretty sure you could picture it.
David is gonna. David he remembers the room. He remembers He remembers hearing all that stuff by the water.
Mm,
And I do remember there being one of those pads there, right?
Correct. Would you like to step onto the pad and see if you can get yourself to that room?
Yes.
Okay.
as long as you can make it back, Delvin.
I was gonna say, yeah. Does he relay any of this that he's about to do?
David looks at him and goes, I'm going to test something. I've been in this palace before. Whether Michael remembers it or not, he does it. He's been here as well. Well, he wouldn't remember it because this is
As you approach, suddenly Run appears back on the thing.
Hello?
You're back. You've walked onto the thing and have reappeared back into the little prison room.
Run kind of scratches the back of his head and, I've actually been in that room before. Not
Is it the same room from before the time skip?
Yes. It was actually the room that I was thinking of when I was contemplating about us being at this palace before. However, the cube that we found there that time was not there this time.
I see. So that means someone has been here before us.
Quite possibly. I am thinking. Let's go ahead and go to the main room, or back to the main corridor.
Sounds good. We were trying to decide on whether to go ahead and go forward or try to see if we could make it over to where you were at, and it was we weren't sure which would be the best, whether it would be wise to go through.
Well, I think it would be best not to pull one of my stunts.
Out of character run, I just rolled a nat 20 to see if I could remember if I'd seen one of those plates when we were here before, and I was about to step on the teleporter to go after you.
Yep.
You were a hair's breadth away from you stepping on as Run was stepping on, and basically just a swap happening. You getting into that room and finding it empty, sans treasure, and Run stepping off of there when you were gone.
Yeah. Completely empty.
I look at him and said, how much treasure did you take this time?
What I mean, it is. It was a princess's room, so you
So,
know.
is there enough to share?
Well, there's always enough to share. And he'll pull out the wine flask, as it is full of wine. Uh, what would you say to this, my uh oh shoot, sommelier?
Hmm. You have procured something, I take it?
And he shows you a Symbian wine flask full of wine. Not sure
Do you hand it over?
I do.
Tasker will take it and Grizz, it is like a typical wine flask made of leather with
Yes.
a.
Very fine leather.
Okay. If he. If Runamuck has not uncorked it, he will slowly pull the top off and kind of brush it under his nose. Hmm.
Well,
Interesting.
you're not entirely sure what vintage this is, where it's from exactly. Your highly defined developed palate lets you know that this is quite nice wine, the kind of wine that would be worth about 50 gold a flask.
Ooh.
I do believe you have found yourself an excellent prize. I don't know how old it is, sadly, but this could be make for a very celebratory drink, or you could make something off of it by selling.
Run kind of nods. Hmm. Perhaps when we are done with our mission, possibly a celebratory drink.
Sounds
He
good to me.
smiles. Oh, and
Dovic kind of shudders.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
do you remember that Run was also in there? So
Yes, but I think I was the most in danger of dying.
out of character, yes, I do remember that, but of course, my character doesn't remember that because he's died and didn't get to keep all his memories, unfortunately.
and he will also pull out a very nice cloak.
Ooh, is it
Uh,
magical?
not magical, but it is a good quality at least.
That
Nobody
sound
wants it.
pretty good.
Anybody wants it?
What is it?
A cloak, non-magical, but very nice.
Dovic passes.
Did you find?
Uh, well, he kind of boing, boing, pulls out this a gilded moonshade harp.
Ah, finally getting into the more finer arts, are we? Going to set aside your adventuring streak?
Makes a good dime.
I am disappointed in you, young one.
Run just shrugs. I like things that go boom.
Ah, yes, the downfall of many a good gnome. Boom.
And, but for the time being, perhaps we should take our leave and see what the corridor or what's up ahead.
Sounds good to me. Let's
As
head on
he
over.
places the items back into the bag.
So what's the plan at this point? Where are you guys headed?
Back to the main corridor.
Alrighty.
All right, I guess Run can lead the way. At least till we get to the snake pit.
Alright. 4 pillars
Seems
carved with
familiar.
serpent reliefs support the 20-foot high ceiling of this large room, in the middle of which is an 18-foot high statue of a coiled cobra, which is facing north, towards the way you just came from. The air reeks of dung. But well, it's not really reeking anymore, really. It's actually more of a subtle aroma of dung, of old dung. There are 2 wagons that are parked in the corner that look like they have been partially destroyed, as if something stepped on it or collided with them. And laying sprawled out on the floor nearby is the desiccated remains of a triceratops.
Hmm.
To the west are a pair of dark alcoves, and to the south a wide pillared hall. You see no evidence of magic in the area.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Run would like to
Actually,
take
as you
a
look around, you see more bodies that are on the floor. Bodies clearly of more snake men. Along with, in the western alcove, you see sprawled corpses of what appear to be some kind of lizard serpent hybrid creatures. It's hard to tell. They've got little limbs, but they kind of seem snake-like at the same time.
You said that most of these corpses appear to have been here for weeks, if not longer, correct?
Correct. They've been here a while. But they've basically gone past the part of the worst of the bloating, and are now, like, some of them have dried out, some of them have just been eaten down. Basically they aren't stinking as much as they probably did a week or two ago, like, a couple of weeks ago. They probably stunk horribly, and now that the smell is starting to go away, but they still have, like, fleshy bits, and eventually even the fleshy bits are gonna either turn to leather, or are gonna be dust.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm not good on knowing how the rates of decay in places like this. I'm just going off instinct.
No worries. An interesting room you have brought us to, young Ranamuk. Where are we going now?
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, there he points to the east there. He points to the south there.
Would there have been any types of books or maps that I could have studied to get a familiarity with where we've been as far as like this place or anything like that? Because we did have that skip ahead kind of thing that we did. Grizz?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were addressing me.
Oh, it's all right. I was just asking out of character if that was something that could have happened or not.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Like, since we knew we were going to be coming back here, and we had those that like in between time when we had a little bit of this the skip ahead, could there have been like any maps or books or anything on this area that we could have found
Of
that
this
could have?
particular of Umu?
Oh,
No. The beginning of the story of the entire game actually starts with you've been given one of the only maps that exists of any detail, and even that doesn't show the city of Omu.
oh, okay.
This city's been lost for a while.
That is until Run has made.
Yes,
the map.
Run's been working on it.
Ah, okay.
So this is your first time down in here, outside of that alternate timeline, where you saw like
Gotcha.
three rooms maybe.
Gotcha. I
So
was just
yeah.
curious.
But no,
So,
there are no there are no maps that you don't create yourself of this region.
okay. Alrighty. That's good and also unfortunate.
If Dover was in the other room that we were in before, he would remember exactly how to get out of the castle because of the Wanderer's feet.
Right.
And Run is actually keeping or doing some drawing on his map as everyone decides which way they want to go. See him smoking on a long clay pipe as he does. Well, from this point, I don't know where to go to. For shits and giggles, Run will check the dark alcoves there, though. Just to see if there's anything of interest.
Grizz, the snake statue that's staring to the north, it is just a statue that looks like it is either part of the floor or something carved that was moved, right?
That's what it appears to be. Yeah, there's no magic coming off of it as far as Run can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, Run's got the magic eye. Okay. So I'm guessing that there's nothing in the alcoves of note.
Nope, just the bodies.
The bodies.
Wrong bodies.
Yeah. The other thing you can tell about the bodies is it looks like the two lizard snake things were chained up there. Like guard dogs of a sort.
Run will take the skull of one of them.
Well, it's still attached to the body because it's still very fleshy. The bones are not the what's the term you basically can't pull them apart. They've still got like flesh. They got bits of ligament left behind.
They have not been defleshed. They're still sinew and so forth, still
Yes. Yeah.
attached.
They need to be dunked in a bunch of beetles or
So
boiled.
they're so they're not like it's not they're not the flesh isn't dried out or anything
Correct. It
like that.
hasn't. It's as I said.
It's
It's
still
just past the putrefaction stage where it stopped stinking so badly, but hasn't quite gotten to the full deterioration stage. It's like in the current desiccation, what I'm calling the desiccation stage, where it's drying out, where it's starting to either become permanent leather mummification or going to turn to dust.
okay.
Run use this digitation to clean it up?
Uh, you can make it look shiny, but it's not gonna disarticulate it for you. That's gonna need some other stuff.
Oh well. Would have been nice to study it. And he looks to the group. Well, so have y'all decided which way we want to go?
Dovit would just follow wherever everybody else goes. He just wants to keep everyone safe.
I guess down. Should we go that way?
And Vivi has no idea where she's going.
Join the club.
Well, you did say that you were going to be leading.
Well, leading down the hallway till we got to the next room, anyways.
Yeah, I think we should explore this corridor first, just to see if there's anything useful here. What do you think, Run?
Run just kind of shrugs and seeing that Floof is already headed off that direction with his natural curiosity. Well, let's see what happens.
I wonder if we should do an investigation, just in case there's any traps.
Ron always investigates.
I'll do one as well. Oops, that was intimidation. I don't want to do intimidation. I want to do investigation. Oof, that was even worse.
Yeah, so far you see nothing that looks like a trap. An underground cathedral opens before you. At one end, a sculpted balcony perches atop 5 rearing stone serpents. You see dried blood on each of their jaws, and basins filled with dried and coagulated blood that, at its height, must have been flowing. South of the bowl is a mezzanine, prominently situated atop which is a cauldron, long since cooled off, but with scraps of flesh hanging out of it. To the dried now. To the west, a huge gong carved with a snake pattern stands on a second balcony, directly in front of you, which Run is about to touch. You also see, as you're overlooking down into the mezzanine, a few more bodies are just lying splattered about. Signs of a battle some time ago. All probably about the same time that the other bodies you've come across so far died.
To mention that sounds like quite the battle.
Mm-hmm. No magic visible within 20 within the limits of your detect magic run.
Alrighty. So you say that there is a gong?
Yeah, you're standing directly in front of it.
Run kind of turns around with a mischievous look in his eye and a smirk on his lips.
Oh no! I know what you're thinking, little young one. No.
You catch on pretty quick with Run.
Considering I'm like run senior by 100 or so years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Run
I
is a
think
mischievous child as far as you're concerned.
Well, truth be told, if anything is here, what better way to draw it out?
No, I don't think we should sound the gong. I don't think that's a good idea, Run. Let's
Well,
not.
true. You can wait for all of us to get situated if you really, really must bang it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's either us just keep creeping around, or I ring the gong and we find out if something's here.
Oh no.
Well, we haven't really ran into anything dangerous just yet, so
The keyword is yet.
Exactly.
Well, I wonder which way it would be coming from. Cause yeah, be nice to be kind of hidden, but at the same time, if you're hiding in the spot that you're expecting it not to come from, and then it does come from behind, then your hiding is no longer useful.
but how do we know it does draw things out?
Well, it makes a noise, and
You make noise.
I always make noise, but that's besides the point.
True.
uh, this makes a very loud noise, and if there's anything in the vicinity, they will come and check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, at least that's the logical thinking of it.
True, true. And now that I think about it, we haven't had any adventure or any cause for us to have a celebratory drink after. Shall we
True.
position ourselves and ring the gong and maybe something interesting will happen?
Sure, why not? Let's do it. It has been a while since I've had a good battle.
Yeah, in
If
this
you
case, it
wish.
makes me think ringing the dinner bell sounds appropriate.
Exactly.
If
Yep.
you wish, then. Mhm.
Just as long as a certain thing don't show up.
You can hear the slight
What
disappointment
certain thing?
in Vivi's voice.
The last thing that
Before we
swallowed
do
run.
that, though, I will bring out.
Don't worry,
Seed
you're
of
inside.
Thunder.
You can't get you in here.
Just
I
in
like it.
case.
I look at Michael.
That being
I say,
said, that thing does have Misty Step.
Exactly.
I look at Michael and I say, "No fireballs in here."
Yes, it's quite close corridors, close quarter combat, so it'd be tricky to be hurling fireballs at anything. As much as I would like to, hurl fireballs.
So, Run, are you ringing the gong?
Is everyone situated?
I'm as situated
Oh.
as I can be. I've got Steel Defender here with our lovely Eldridge Cannon.
And people are just surrounding Vivi, So she can't. She won't be able to do any of her abilities from that for a bit.
You
Alrighty.
can always step to the front of one of the other places.
You don't know what her ability is, do you?
All right. So let's do this.
Ring that gong.
Ring that
Boom.
gong.
Boom. You ring it probably a few times. It resonates throughout the place, throughout the area, and you're pretty sure throughout the palace itself. You wait. You listen. Nothing. No sounds of people. No sounds of rampaging creatures either. This place is as silent as a tomb.
Interesting.
Talk about a dead ringer. Oh my god, that just sounded terrible.
Was something supposed to happen?
It was a an experiment to see if perhaps anything might be alive,
Yes.
or at least want stalking about. But it seems like it's just a matter of us.
Hmm. Okay then.
Hmm. And Run will just start wandering about. Seeing if there's anything else of interest in this.
Hmm.
Dovet follows.
Run will check out the stage area. Ah, well, what do you know? There's another one of them things. Hey,
Yeah, it's 40 feet up. You can't actually see it from there.
ah, well, he'll climb up anyways, as he.
Yeah, climbing up all of the old blood and guts that, well, blood actually. There wouldn't be guts in there. Guts in the cauldron, not guts in the pool. The old dried blood that fills the place. It's like all coagulated and flaky as you climb up into there and discover, yes, there's another teleportation disc here.
Yeah, figure a higher vantage point to get a better view of things to, so that he could draw his map where they've been at, and he notates the disc. Well, nothing much here, huh? And Run will,
Sadly, yes.
while on top of the thing here, he kind of looks around and, no.
Performance check.
Uh.
Damn!
Thankfully, it comes out quite nicely.
And then you start to hear some uh, phantasmic applause as he takes a bow.
I look up to Run and say, "Is this a cult now?"
Uh, uh, I had been advised to take up some fine art, so I figured why not? As he looks over to the Tasker. Ah, and he comes down off the staging area and goes over to the doors.
Nothing up there, I take it?
Just one of the teleportation discs.
Hmm,
Ah,
that's good.
So at least keep the these this one and the previous disc in mind, just in case we have to make a quick exit. He says as he opens the doors.
Doodle.
Shall we continue on? Alrighty.
4 pillars support the vaulted ceiling, and steps ascend to an iron throne carved in the likeness of a hydra. Painted on the wall behind it is a large blue triangle. To the south, an engraved stone disc is set into the floor of the alcove. A 10-foot wide opening in the east wall leads to a flooded cave.
Hmm.
an interesting room you have led us into.
He kind of nods and I've been in worse. And he just
Yeah.
This is the room that I remembered, right?
This is the throne room, yeah.
and he opens the door. And yep, this is the room.
And that's the room you took shelter in at one point. But there's no longer a treasure laying about, as there had been the
Hey,
last time.
there's like
Why is there
gold
a mech
everywhere.
on the floor?
No, that's just the picture that of things that can't be removed from the picture. That
Oh.
gold isn't actually there anymore. It's all gone.
Darn.
Because Run took it
Is
all.
no gold, no platinum, no silver, no gems, no frog moth statuette with uh, gems embedded into it. No cloak, no harp, no pillows.
Took it all, huh?
You took all the pillows. How could you?
I didn't take a thing. The arms of Hadar did.
Sure, blame somebody
Right.
else.
Right.
He just stood there while it got packed away. Well, nothing to see here. As he kind of, as he, uh,
There is
it,
this flooded section over here. Was
yeah,
this here before?
I was going to ask, did we, make our way through this flooded area?
You don't remember doing that, no.
Okay. No, we never went that way.
Good to know.
All right. Well, I guess we go back out and retrace our steps. See where the south way leads.
It's good. To make sure I stay close enough to see Steel Defender. I can't see him otherwise.
You can actually, once he's close enough, just hold the left button
Uh-huh.
and kind of do like a square on top of you and the Steel Defender, and then that way you
Right.
can move both of you at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's how I've been moving my bodyguards as well.
Gotcha. All right.
Uh, Run will kind of peek into this little section right here.
1 second.
I'll be right back.
All right. There is another portcullis in the way. Yep. Sorry, Hubert. Let's see what it says about that portcullis. Yeah, there is a bronze lever set into the wall north of the gate.
And Run will try to pull on it.
All right. The portcullis lifts. That's my pen, little guy. Here you go. And it opens up the area to you.
Alrighty. And Run will go in to check things out.
First thing you see is a fountain filled with clear water. There's a faint scent of lilies. There's silken drapes that seem to be laying haphazardly all over the place. There are archways that open into shaded booths, heaped with cushions and trays of some kind of now moldy foods. Looks like some kind of confectionery, actually, but it's now covered in like white and green mold. Unlike some of the other places you've been, this place is devoid of bodies. Well, actually, sorry. It's sorry. Devoid of humanoid bodies. There are two bodies laying right there at the front, which look very strange. Let's see if I can find a picture of what they look like. But it is devoid of normal humanoid bodies. Instead, it serves bodies of these things.
Oh my god, it's Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it does resemble a reptile more than a lizard folk does.
Big ass feet. Damn.
You also see, off in a far corner, another one of those teleportation discs.
Alright, so Run will make note of the room and anybody need a rest while we're here?
I am good to continue. This has actually been a leisurely stroll through the empty, abandoned castle you've found us.
You know, if it wasn't for all the bodies laying about, this would actually be a nice place to settle down.
I'm back.
Welcome
So,
back.
thank you. So, what'd we find?
A room full of blood and gore and nah. Well,
Fun.
depends. Because the brownies has gone moldy.
Well, that's not good.
No, it isn't. Outside of that, there's a couple of Yanti brood guards at the entrance and another teleportation disc with silken pillows and drape. Nice place to take a rest if we need to.
Vivi's still fine to keep going on.
Alrighty. Michael, Jovit,
Do what?
Yes,
anyone needs to take a break?
I am fine.
Let me look real quick. I mean, we could do a short rest. I would at least recover my 2 spell slots I still have used.
I'm just figuring it's about a quarter till 11.
True. That is a fair point.
Grizz,
I mean, if you guys want to end it here, I'm fine with that. That's up to you guys.
No, I didn't say
so,
anything.
so what do you guys think? Continue on for the next 15?
I'm good either way.
Alrighty. So I guess onwards and upwards. Might as well
Yep.
continue our tour.
We jumping in the other portal that's right there? Is that what we're doing?
However, for a tour guide run, you're not doing very well. Where's the descriptions? And on your right, on your left, up ahead.
Right.
Well, you know, I'm mapping as we go along.
Never know when we might have to get to go back in time.
I don't think that's going to happen again.
True. It would be cool though.
Yes, it would. Alrighty. Well, looks like we have a few places to go. Left, right, straight.
Say,
Up to you. You're leading the way.
let's try left first. What do you think?
Left. Run kind of shrugs. Okay. And he heads for the door.
Oh, that's a door.
It is a door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, and there's a number there. Didn't see that.
Ooh,
A rickety
number.
wooden walkway threads around the walls of a deep pit. Foul odors waft up from below. Somewhere in the gloom beneath you, you hear thousands of snakes writhing.
Now would be a good time to summon a swarm of rats for them. And Run will kind of test the walkway.
It doesn't really creak much under your tiny weight.
How about as he's jumping on it?
You seem to be causing an insignificant amount of creakage.
Hmm. And then he turns. Well, David, Vivi, um, please do be careful.
Why? What is up ahead? You didn't relay anything.
What's that?
You didn't relay anything that's up ahead.
Yeah. No, I was. That was part of the ex or tour guiding.
I know,
Okay.
but all you're just saying is be careful. But I'm asking what's up ahead. That he's
Yeah.
asking what's up ahead.
And Run relays. Well, there is a old walkway that spans the room ahead of us. Seems to be a hallway on the other side and a pit full of snakes.
Sounds like fun.
And what are we to do then?
We can either move forward or just return from where we came from. And since you and David would be our uh, considered, I don't know what I can't remember what Nai is. You two would be our heaviest companions. So, and I'm not too sure of the safety of the walk path.
Yeah, looks a
How
little unsturdy.
how
Unsafe.
long does it look?
What's that?
How long does the path look? Because theoretically, you could put one of us in your ring.
True.
Once again, gotta wait till I can have a long rest.
Yeah, you still need a long rest for all that.
Yeah.
I
And,
can
the,
always reinforce it if we need to.
the room itself is 25 feet across.
And you can see it peering down into the pit that it's about 20 feet up as well.
And see that there's a couple of hallways.
If we need a sturdier hallway or walkway, I can make one.
Well, we could see what we got. And Run will take the lead.
Dovit will volunteer to head out behind Run just so we can test out the sturdiness of this path.
Alright. Creak, creak, creak. Every step you take, Dovit, is more creaking.
Run will dip into the first room that he sees.
Bloodstains everywhere, but unlike some of the other places you've seen, this isn't combat blood. This is something else entirely. Along one wall, a row of gore-filled pools sink into the floor. Blood trails and bloody footprints run between the pools. The pools themselves have dried out as there's been nothing to refresh them, but you could feel a bit of heat coming from each direction. Some underground vent. Hi, Hubert.
Guess I will try to follow. I'm just kind of like,
Creak, creak, creak.
hurry, move, Delvit.
I'm not.
There we go. Whew. Made it.
Hubert's now in my notes.
Yep, Vivi's gonna try her best.
I wonder if that's your implant.
I lost Steel Defender. I don't know where he went. Disappeared.
He might be underneath somebody, as I don't see him underneath the earlier map pits either.
Nope.
Ah. Oh well. As long as he's somewhere around. Stuck in a wall or something.
All right, so you see Floof kind of over by one of the pits, scratching at some of the blood and licking his finger.
Yeah, it's all. None of it's been refreshed in a while. It's all highly congealed. Mostly just
Okay.
sticking to stuff.
See him kind of just gives a little sigh as his little shoulders slump forward.
Poor little demon.
And Run will open the next door.
Hold on, I'm trying to get down close enough to move that. There we go. It wasn't letting me pick it up. Heat rises from an enormous oval stone set into the floor of this chamber. You see various dried out skins, like snake skins, heaped around the shelves and underneath. It looks like this stuff has been laying there for a while, as if this room was designed to help shed skin.
Dovet's like, I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, this doesn't sound good.
All right. Onwards and upwards. We could check out the next room.
Which is where, for your perspective?
Here's the next hallway.
Alright.
Chris, there's still light and torches down here, right? Or some other type of.
Actually, these technically would be dark rooms at this point. It's just that the map has automatic torches on it, and I forgot to go through and remove any of that. Sorry.
Oh, shoot, I hit
But
the
also,
wrong
it
button.
just made it easier to describe rooms. But technically, the torches aren't working anymore.
Okay.
These dank catacombs look like they've been converted into sleeping corridors. Each of the wall alcoves just look like could be used as a bed for a snake person. There are bodies of snake people littering this area. The blood just all over the place.
Run would like to make a medicine check to see what possibly did kill these things,
All right.
or at least in what fashion.
You see a lot of looks like chop marks and a lot of like some kind of burning marks. It's hard to tell exactly what killed them. You're not all that good with the medicine compared to some of your other skills.
However, thinking back to the other timeline, he could possibly guess who it was.
Yeah.
He was definitely a busy little beaver.
Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
You see Run kind of have this visible shudder as he has the thought, oh yeah. If I ever meet that guy again, I think I would literally shit myself.
And on that sentiment, I think we should quit for tonight, and hopefully gather again next week.
Indeed.
Especially since the week after that, which will be the 21st, aka my birthday, at which point I will not be running a session as I will not be home.
Happy birthday early, because I will also be off that week because the 19th is my birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday early to you.
Mine is on the 23rd.
Ooh, another happy October birthday.
Happy
Wow.
birthday to you!
Quite a few.
Indeed.